Hi, this is JT Olson. I am the Executive Director of Both Hands Foundation. If you're at this meeting, you are an important part of a Both Hands project. You are the core team, and this family has invited you to be part of the legacy of their child. And it's a big deal, and I hope you feel the joy of the honor of being on this team. And the most important part of this project is going to be sending out the letters. Our goal is to send out 600 letters. That may seem like a lot, but it's manageable. All you have to do is look at your Christmas card list, look at your wedding list. Some of you have anywhere from 500 to 2,000 friends on Facebook. All you have to do is send out a message to 50 of those people, ask them to message you their address. You've got your list right there. But it's really important that we get these letters out. That's where the money's raised. Now, to make a letter effective, it's got to be a good letter. And up on the screen right now, you probably see a couple examples. A boring letter and an exciting letter. We think we've got an exciting letter. People will read an exciting letter. If you make a little note in it, circle some stuff, make it so they want to read it. A good letter will get read. And the next thing you do is make sure you hand address the envelope. When you hand address an envelope, it's gonna get opened, and that's what we want. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, well, I don't want to ask people for money, or I don't want to send letters out. It's like this unrealistic fear we all have about what's someone gonna think about us. Let me tell you something. There's only two things gonna happen when you send a letter to somebody, and neither one of them are bad. Number one, your friend's gonna get that letter, they're gonna open it up, read it, and say, wow, this is awesome. A widow and an orphan served, this is great. And they're going to be excited about it. In fact, they probably will need a reminder email to send the check in, but they're actually going to be glad you reminded them because they love this idea. The second scenario is your friend's going to open that letter, read it, and throw it away. And then you know what they're going to do? They're going to get the peas off the stove, they're going to pick up Johnny at soccer, or they're going to run to the next piece of mail. But they're not going to sit and think about you. So it's not that big a deal, okay? In fact, if they are thinking about you, they're probably not thinking bad thoughts. You just told them you're working on a widow's house to serve an orphan. They're probably thinking pretty good things about you. Now, on the video you saw on the Both Hands story, we saw that first project. We raised over $55,000. Of that project, I personally raised about $15,000. And what I did, I made the letters all pretty and everything I've told you about, but I made a list of 63 people. I hand addressed all the envelopes. I go to the post office. On the way to the post office, I'm reminded of one other friend of mine. But then I thought, they're not going to be interested in this. They don't have a sweet spot for adoption. I don't know if they can afford it. But by the time I got home, I was convinced that no, I should at least let them have a chance to have it. So I sent them a letter, mailed it. Of that $15,000 that I raised, I got two $5,000 checks. One of them was from letter number 64. And it was at that point I realized I'm never going to decide for somebody again. Because if you decide not to send somebody a letter, you're basically deciding no for them. So send everyone a letter. They're going to be blessed by it, you'll be blessed by it, and you'll have a great time. Folks, the letters, that's the work of this project. The actual day of the project, it's going to be a blast. You're going to have a whole lot of fun. Everyone's going around, running around, working just like ants going and making a huge impact on a house. The work is these letters. So let's do a great job. Let's get 600 letters out. Let's go get them.